Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Meet the Farmer, Meet the Gardener. We are here in beautiful Skagit Valley at Gordon Skagit Farms with Eddie Gordon himself, one of the owners. Thank you so much for having us on your beautiful farm. And we learned about this place a few years ago from Floral, and I immediately started following Eddie and just fell in love with everything that you do. Your artistic side is unmatched. Like there's nobody that does it like you guys.
Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And so, no, it really is. And so they opened September 26th this year.
Yes, we do.
So this is going to be kind of like a part 1 and 2 day because we are coming back because we want to pick up some pumpkins and they're just starting to put their display together. So this place will completely transform, but I thought I would get just
I'm glad you're coming back on that day.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be open at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
That
Okay,
morning, yes.
I will be the crazy lady like at 8:30, just parked outside waiting. And so I thought like we could just spend a few minutes talking because I know Thursday will probably be busy, but
Sure.
I wanted to learn more about the farm. So I'm gonna just, if we could walk around a little bit and then you can just talk to us and I'll ask you some questions of how this all got started.
Sure.
All right, like how did this all start? So you and your brother.
Yeah, it was started back in 1969, and I wasn't involved yet because I was just really small, and my brother was a little bit older than me. And it was kind of basically my mom's idea that she thought Todd and his friend Arnie should be making a little bit of extra cash. So she had heard about somebody having a small little pumpkin farm, and so they got started. And it was basically just right up by the road.
Okay.
Basically a little one of those, what is it, those red wagons, those little flyer wagons, and it just was out there with a little sign.
Yeah.
Basically the pumpkins were like, I don't know, 10 cents a quarter or something like that back in the day. And just kind of started that way, just really small roadside, a kid's project.
Wow. And so now it's grown into this massive thing. You've been featured, Martha Stewart. I say that you're her favorite pumpkin place.
We've been in Martha Stewart magazine when it was being published, and then she did a seasonal issue this year.
Yeah.
And we're back in it again.
Amazing.
So that's exciting. Yeah, some of the Martha Stewart people follow us.
Yeah.
Definitely, and so do Floral and some other kind of higher end, people in the biz.
Yeah, I mean, you're right up there. You're part of that crowd. So you're being modest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so what, like, you guys, for me, as coming in here as a customer, you guys immediately stand out, just because it's not just a pumpkin farm. It's so much more. There's so much art that goes into what you do. How, is that just your vision changes every year as well?
Yeah, the vision does change every year,
Yeah.
and I think that's important. Just because I know as a person I'm evolving, and I'm a person who does like subtle changes in life, and just kind of see what the next chapter is going to be.
Yeah.
I bring people in, that work for me, and I try to find the people that have a artistic side to them or kind of a vision, things like that, and slowly incorporate their ideas into the farm to keep relevant, to keep moving the business forward. We've been doing this since 1969, so it's over 50 years.
That's
and to be able to stay in business, you have to for that many years, you have to be the one out there leading the trends.
Oh yeah, you're completely leading in the trends. I actually took an idea from you last year when I was decorating our porch.
Sure.
I bought an old ladder.
Oh yeah.
And I put it in the front. I'm like, this is just like paying homage to Eddie's artistic side. This was completely him. Can we just look at this right here? This immediately caught my eye.
Oh sure.
When I walked in, did you take the bottoms of tables, or how did you do this?
I was just roaming around, and I saw this in a person's shed, sitting there in the corner, and then I asked, is that for sale? And I felt like it'd be perfect to put pumpkins on. They said, yeah, we'll sell it to you. And so I just bought it and had my brother or my nephew, I forget which one, drag it home. And because it's just like a basic farm, work table.
Yeah.
And I just love the scale of it. I would love to have 10 of them. And then these are just, spindles and decorative tops that we just we screwed them down because, when you get some weather going, you don't want them toppling over.
Sure.
So yeah, I just kind of put together this look. I think it looks great with all these kind of different blue shades of pumpkins. And I love the scale of that too.
I do too.
I was like, gotta have it. And I just love that old wood look,
Yep.
I kind of feel like trends change, obviously, but I kind of like letting the pumpkins or nature be the color. And it's kind of color that's, in transition.
Sure.
It's not static, it's evolving, and then it'll eventually fade away. Even the wood, these things too, the table's fading and things like that. And so I think I wouldn't put pumpkins on marble.
Right. That wouldn't be a good look. Like, yeah, this just goes well. I mean, I thought this was something that you like brought in from Europe or something. It just has that, old world look. It's so lovely.
Patina.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's just like this too over here. I picked up kind of the same place too and saw it. And
you'd be the best person to go antiquing with. And how many acres do you guys farm on?
Well, we have about 300 acres, and about 60 of that acres is dedicated to pumpkins.
Wow.
So this right here, this old,
this is
they had
cool.
taken, a pickup truck, taken off the bed part, it made into the trailer. And so this is like somebody, I think, from like the 50s or 60s.
This is new, right? I didn't see this last year.
No, I picked it up now. But what I love about it is, once again, this aged color.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be
That's
beautiful.
so beautiful.
It's going to be beautiful with orange pumpkins on it. I mean, this thing says to me fall.
Yeah, it does. It does scream fall. Like, this whole area just is so fall.
And you saw in here, we got, we're still finishing things up, but we made these kind of, bee paintings.
Yes. So we're in here and talking about some of this creations, or the creations that you have. I saw you posting a clip of this, and I was so excited to see. So not only do you do all of this, but you also create original art.
Yeah, I create original art, and this one was kind of great because it was a joint project with one of my employees, Marissa, and so we kind of jointly painted this together. So it's two people working these scenes out. Develop ideas, and she would expand on them. I would show, this is how you make a bee, and so she looked at how I made a bee, and then she made some bees and things like that. So sometimes I like to work collaboratively with people.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of fun.
Oh, I love your pieces. Every year, I think I love the pumpkins, but I love to see what you create, and you have art throughout the entire farm and displays, and it's just such a beautiful space. Talk about like a photo moment. Every little corner of this farm, it's just so special. What are you most excited about this year?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, I'm always happy to know that we have a lot of product coming in and everything looks really good. So stuff is looking fresh right now. And this is not quite, we've been working on this.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got to get the lighting up in it, but we've been making these like hanging floral arrangements.
This is so cool. Can you imagine having this in your home? This is so beautiful.
Yeah, we put it in fresh, now it's kind of drying, and we'll have to come back in a couple of days and kind of add into it to finish it off. And then we got some lighting that we're putting in so that so when people come, they'll see it all spotlighted up. And I mean, on Thursday when you come in, you'll see this all bing.
All lit up.
All lit up, all ready to go.
That'll be so amazing. And I think one thing that I love that you guys did this year, you added in a cut flower farm.
Yeah, we have we have sunflowers and things like that. And then we have this flower, which is going to be like a completely just like an experience kind of situation. Do you want to go see it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, well, first I'll show the wreath wall.
Okay, yes.
Then I'll take you over there and show you that.
Okay.
Then, look at these. These are looking
These are so stunning. I love these little A-frame
don't worry,
stands.
when you arrive on Thursday, it'll be maxed out.
Oh, I know.
And you'll just be like...
Yeah, I know.
Actually, this is your preview, so you'll know what to grab right off the bat.
You guys will see how drastic everything looks on Thursday. Can I tell you something? You inspired me to grow hops at my house, in my garden. I saw a hop wreath.
Yeah, we're going to be making those soon.
Oh my gosh, I was just like, absolutely, I'm going to start this. Look, these are all just works of art. And these are all available for purchase.
These are all available for purchase. And all the flowers that I've got are grown here on the farm and dried.
That is incredible.
And produced here. I mean, the wreaths are made here, yeah.
Okay, I love that because the first time we came in, I saw you in here with a couple of people just putting these together.
Right.
And it was just so fun just to sit back and watch. Oh, the celosia, that's so
Yeah, Solstice is looking
Beautiful.
really nice this year. You know, since it's a wet year, it's not going to be a big marigold season because they're harder to dry and hold moisture. But the Celosia did really well.
Yeah.
Most everything did pretty good except for that.
Yeah. Oh, and they're
But
all.
they look good, don't they?
They do. They're all so unique.
What do you think?
I love it. Wait, do you want to get a shot with the camera? This is beautiful. Your cosmos are ridiculous. They're so, so pretty. And this is a special photo moment, right? We were just talking about having places for you to come take family pictures. And this is just another area that you can do that.
Sunflowers are going to be blooming for quite a while because they're kind of the multi-branching type, you know, so they'll keep setting out flower heads. And then even after the petals come off, they'll be kind of beautiful head, you know.
Sure.
In the cosmos,
Yeah.
well, as long as there's not frost, we'll kind of go on and on and on. And I don't have any dahlias out here because, you know, I was looking for plants that would kind of canopy out really well and bush out and wouldn't need support.
Yeah. It's so perfectly like straight and just neat and beautiful. I love that.
Oh yeah, this was all planted by hand. With
Wow.
seeded
Yeah,
by
yeah.
hand with machines.
Yeah.
I mean, actually we come out with a tractor that has a machine and lays out the rows. And then I just come back in with a smaller hand thing and just run down the rows and plant the stuff. It's just your kind of that sulfur colored cosmos, you know.
I think these are the bright light, I think.
Bright lights,
Yeah.
yes, bright
Aren't
lights.
they so pretty? I have to ask, so do you have a favorite pumpkin or gourd? A favorite variety? If you had to pick one, who would it be?
A couple that I like, Lunar Blush.
Okay.
Is one that I think is really beautiful. And then there's another one called Daybreak.
How do you pick which varieties you're going to grow? How does that thought come about?
Oh, I just go through the catalogs.
Do you? Okay.
Online and just look at them. And then some of them some of the places that I buy seed from, I have a relationship with them.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, it's just me kind of looking at stuff, you know, and sometimes the photos are really bad,
Yeah.
so it's always hard to tell.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's going to be a winner or not.
Sure, sure. Do you have any advice for gardeners at home trying to grow their own pumpkins? Is there a secret sauce, or is it just plant and forget
You know,
it?
it depends on the region that you live in, you know.
Yeah.
It can be a longer term plant because it's got to go through a lot of stages. You know, dahlia is really short from poop to bloom, but they are a lot longer.
Okay.
They like a full day of sun.
Okay, full sun. And should we be feeding them, or is it just?
You can. I mean, you can just make sure your ground is just rich in humus and like that.
Yeah.
Full sun is important for them, but it really depends on the region. Some areas where it's a lot hotter, their season's going to be shorter, so they can start planting later.
Okay.
Places like here, we pretty much want to be done by June 1st planting.
Okay, June 1st.
Around June 1st, maybe you can go to June 6th or 7th on smaller stuff, but boy, you know, you're hoping then for a hot summer.
Right. All right. Okay, good to know, because I am determined to grow pumpkins like you guys do. I did it last year was good, but this year was kind of a joke, so didn't have much success.
Forenza, isn't that Forenza?
Oh, wow.
Is that Forenza? See, I'm so bad when these flower names. I'm kind of just like,
so
I gotta have that, you know? But
yeah.
look, it's multi-branching, so I love that. I love that. I think that's so beautiful.
So could this just be a transition for you to really moving into the cut flower industry? Because it feels like you're really excited.
I see it as an experience.
Okay.
To me, I see the experience industry where people come out and, you know, because to be able to experience something on this scale, on a larger scale, and be just sort of, you know, there's a lot of places you see online and you can't go see it.
You can't go see it, but you can hear.
But you can hear.
Yeah.
You can hear. And guess what?
Hear.
If you just don't want to grow it yourself,
yeah, just
you can
come
out here and don't worry about it.
That's right. That's right.
Well, that's our job, is to figure it out for you.
Yeah.
For some people, you know, that's part of it too. Some people have no interest, you know.
Yeah.
But they want.
But they want to be a part of it in some sort of way.
Exactly.
And so being out here where you can be a part of it with, you know, just yourself or your family, just look at how beautiful.
I mean, I love flowers, so there's no doubt about that.
Yeah. And they go together. Pumpkins and flowers, why not? They go together. All right, Eddie, I know you have to get back to the farm. There's a lot going on today, so they need you back there. Thank you again so much for just taking a few moments to spend walking with us around the farm. Again, September 26th, you can come to the corn maze, you can come to the flowers, you can find any nook and cranny over there to take a picture because it's all beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for spending time with us, and we will be back for part 2 of filming the display. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Okay guys, we are back on the farm today and I can't wait to show you guys the beautiful display gardens. There are so many guests here. It's so lively. I love the energy, and the display gardens look wildly different than they did just a few days ago. So we're gonna jump right in. I wanna pick up some pumpkins, of course, while we're here, and just take you guys on a quick tour again now that all of the displays are done and ready, and they're just so perfect. I can't wait for you to see this. So right before we walk in, I just wanted to show you how they have these bales of pumpkins everywhere. And even right here in the parking lot, it might be a little bit loud, the tractor's here, but look at the pumpkins on the fence. How fun is that? They just really thought of all of the little details. So right when we walk in, you can start to see all of the crates filled to the rim with pumpkins. I love this ladder here. We might do something like this on our porch. And if we come over here, just look at how beautiful everything is. And one of my favorite spots to come see first is all of their dried flowers. Look at this. They sell art. Wow, look at this. Oh, I might have to pick some of these up. Look at how beautiful these are. The candles, those are so fun. They have beautiful wreaths and they're constantly making them over here, which is fun to watch. And then you have just beautiful bouquets of dried flowers. But look at this. If you're looking for fall decor, this is your one-stop shop. Wow, wow, wow. These really are like a work of art. I am attracted to this pumpkin. Look at the stem length on that beauty. We have some of Eddie's art already starting to pop through. Some more ladder displays. An empty cart full of possibilities. And check out the farm. This is one of my favorite areas right here, just because they have different displays from year to year. But one of the things that always draws my attention is that. How cool is that? I'd love to do something like that on our shed and maybe just display different things throughout the season. Wow, look at this, you guys. How different does this look? And when you're done shopping, you come over here and they weigh your pumpkins for you. Oh, and before we go too far, I forgot to capture this. Look at this dress that they made from corn husks and hops. That would be so fun to put on. Look at that. I love it. Now if we swing right around, you can come right in here and look at how beautiful this display is. I mean, talk about a perfect photo moment. You can come out here, have this be your backdrop, literally pick any little corner. I'm thinking right here would be fun. Look at this. Oh my gosh. If you're somebody that likes to do holiday cards, this would be the perfect area to get your pictures done because there's just so much to see. And if we come out here, we have more crates of beautiful pumpkins and gourds. And look, they have all of the names out here. And one of the things I did last year with the pumpkins that we bought is I saved some of the seeds and I grew those out in our garden. So if you have space for pumpkins, you should totally do that. Pick some varieties that you really love and you want to try, and then just grow them in your garden. They're really easy to save. Look at this. Oh, okay. My wheels are turning. I'm getting so many ideas. And they're constantly filling things back up. So it's always stocked and full. Wow, look at this pumpkin with that little bonsai. And if I step back, you guys, I get so excited about this. with the evergreens and the maples and the art. Like, this just speaks to me. I absolutely love this. And check out these little displays of pumpkins. It looks like it's a wire frame. Look how they did that. Oh, that's fun. With the dried flowers. I love that. And one of the things that I love about this farm, where I draw inspiration from, is how they use old things like old crates and tables to display their beautiful pumpkins, which you can totally do. So you don't only have to do fall containers, but you can go out and get some of the things that you might already have in your garage or your shed, or if you love antiquing like I do, pick up some fun stuff and use that in your decorations. Now, right over here is where they have that flower chandelier. I want to take a quick look at that. Look at all of the pumpkins. Oh my gosh. I just want to sit over here and hang out with these pumpkins. How fun is that? Look at this. Wow. That is so, so stunning. I love the shadow of the light that it's casting. And this is an area where you don't go in, but you just walk by and you just take a moment and appreciate that. And welcome fall, right? So I want to go into the barn in here because it looks so magical with the lights. And just look at everything, every little corner. You make sure when you're here, you walk everywhere because there are pumpkins hidden all around this place. Before we go into that barn, look at this. Oh, I love this so much. Look at all of Eddie's art. This is probably one of my favorites. And you know what? This is something you can do yourself, or even with your little ones. This would be a fun little fall project. You can just go out and get, oh gosh, this is just like a wood board, and paint over it. Look at that. It almost looks like finger paint. That would be really, really fun to do. Oh, I love that so much. And check out these big pumpkins. I love that they keep the stems nice and long when it's easier to grab. And I think it just adds more interest to the actual pumpkins themselves. One of my favorite areas, period, is right over here. Look at this stunning display. Wow, wow, wow. And if you take a look, there's a lot of things also hanging, so you have vertical interest up here too. So it's not just what's going on down here, but it's a whole experience. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. Now, if you swing out, you can come out here and check this out. This is where they have just beautiful white pumpkins on display. Look at this as a backdrop to a photo. That is absolute perfection. I am obsessed with this area. Oh, I love it so much, you guys. And if we pop in here, oh, look at these. These are some of my favorites. This is where I got my seeds from for the ones we grew at home. This is where you can come and get some yummy stuff and also beautiful pumpkins. I always find little treasures in here. Oh, look at this. This would be such a cute hostess gift for Thanksgiving. The pumpkins in the mason jar. Oh, that is so, so cute. Wow. They're constantly bringing stuff out, so you can see they're going to be refilling. And these are stunning. Wow, look at that color. Oh my. And you can come get cider, which I will be getting because it's delicious. They also have honey in here that you can buy. Some little plants. It really is just like a one-stop shop. I love it. Now let's go out to one of the displays that I absolutely love, which is right back here by that giant pumpkin. This pumpkin is so beautiful. If you got this, this would be your whole fall decoration. It weighs 1,351 pounds. That is wild. And this is the display that I absolutely love, and it might be my favorite. I would love to build this on our future property and just have flowers and pumpkins, seasonal things, all the good stuff. Look at how gorgeous this little area is. And when you're out here, make sure that you go all around the farm, like I mentioned, because they have pumpkins hidden everywhere. So if you're not finding one that you like, just make sure you check out all of the places and check out this table. I could just take all of this home and I would be thrilled. So many beauties just in this one area. You can see just everybody out here taking photographs. It's such a great place to come, you guys. Look at this cool metal pumpkin work here. This is so cute. I love this. With the maples growing around it. I love a pumpkin patch. I really do. I hate saying bye to summer, but when you get out here to these farms, you really just start shifting your mindset from summer to fall, or at least I do. And here's the corn maze. Should we go in? I'm afraid. Right. I don't think this is the ones where they have scary people jumping out. No, I don't totally have. Just walk right through the corn. Wow, look at that. Oh, and if you do come out here, I highly recommend you wear boots because you are on a farm. And if you want to do all of the things, make sure you're wearing rubber boots so you don't get your shoes dirty. So if you make it out here to the back of the fields, you will come across these really beautiful sunflowers. Look at this. Wow. That's so pretty. Look at that one. This is why, again, you need to wear boots if you want to come out here. Look at this. Isn't that great? So much beauty. All right, guys, well, I'm going to get a cart and I'm going to fill it up with beautiful pumpkins, and then we are going to decorate our front porch and maybe our deck together. So stick around for that video. I wanted to thank you again for hanging out with us today on this beautiful farm, for meeting Eddie. I'm so happy I got to catch him before it got really crazy, just because I think also he has such an interesting story and this farm is just so magical. So anyways, thank you again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.